Mel Brooks, born Melvin James Kaminsky in 1926, is a titan of American comedy. His career, spanning over 7 decades, is a masterclass in humor, from early days as a borscht belt comedian to crafting iconic films like Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein. This biography explores the life and legacy of this comedic genius, tracing his journey from Brooklyn kid to EGOT winning legend. Born in Brooklyn to working-class parents, Mel's childhood was marked by the Depression, yet humor was a constant. He developed a talent for mimicry, playing the drums under the tutelage of legendary drummer Buddy Rich, and entertaining friends and family. Early influences include Bob Hope, Jack Benny, and the Marx Brothers, all of whom instilled in him a love for the absurd and the power of laughter. World War II interrupted his burgeoning comedic aspirations. Brooks served in the U.S. Army as a combat engineer, an experience that would later influence his absurdist take on Whirl in Blazing Saddles. After the war, he returned to New York, honing his comedic skills at the Catskills Resorts, a training ground for many Jewish comedians. Here, he adopted the stage name Mel Brooks and began developing the rapid-fire jokes and physical humor that would become his trademark. The 1950s marked a turning point. Brooks landed a converted spot as a writer for Sid Caesar's legendary variety show, Your Show of Shows. Here, he collaborated with comedic giants like Carl Reiner, Imogene Coca, and Neil Simon, contributing to some of the show's most hilarious sketches. This period saw the birth of the 20-20-year-old man, a comedic creation with Reiner, featuring Brooks as a millennia-old man recounting historical events with a Yiddish inflection. Their routines, released as albums, became a comedy sensation, winning their first Grammy Award. Building on this success, Brooks teamed up with Buck Henry to create the iconic television series Get Smart from 1965 to 1970. This Cold War spy spoof, starring Dawn Adams as the bumbling Maxwell Smart and Barbara Feldon as Agent 99, offered a hilarious take on the genre's seriousness. Brooks' sharp writing, filled with wordplay, gadgets, and running gags, cemented his reputation for creating intellect and submersive comedy. While still working on Get Smart, Brooks made a foray into film with a modest project, The Producers, in 1967. This audacious satire about a Broadway producer scheming to make money by intentionally flopping a Hitler musical defied expectations. Brooks' gamble paid off. The film became a critical and commercial success, garnering him his first Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay. Emboldened by his success, Brooks embarked on a string of hilarious films that cemented his place in cinematic comedy history. Blazing Saddles, 1974, remains a controversial yet side-splitting, funny send-up of Westerners, pushing boundaries with its racial humor and slapstick. Young Frankenstein, 1974, offered a loving parody of classic horror films, showcasing Brooks' ability to pay homage while simultaneously poking fun. Films like Silent Movie, 1976, a tribute to the silent film era, High Anxiety, 1977, a hilarious spoof on Alfred Hitchcock thrillers, and Spaceballs, 1987, a send-up of Star Wars, solidified Brooks' reputation as the king of parody. These films, filled with physical humor, wordplay, and unforgettable characters, showcased his genius for dissecting genres and finding the humor within. Brooks never limited himself to one medium. He returned to Broadway in the late 2000s with a musical adaptation of The Producers, which went on to win a record-breaking 12 Tony Awards. This further cemented his status as an EGOT winner, having already garnered an Emmy, Grammy, and Oscar. Well known for his comedic brilliance, Brooks also championed serious films. His production company, Brooks Films, produced critically acclaimed films like The Elephant Man, 1980, and 84 Charing Cross Road, 1987. This ability to navigate both comedic and dramatic territory showcased his artistic depth.